I know CEOs, managing directors, senior marketing professionals, highly intelligent, highly strategic, brilliant at what they do, can talk to a room of 500, 1,000, 10,000 people. Ask them, can they just stand there while you take a video? They crumble. I am intrigued as to why is that, and I do believe that for some of those people, it is linked to maybe a touch of imposter syndrome, possibly. Am I good enough? Oh, I don't like the way I look on camera. I am embarrassed because I might look stupid, as opposed to I'm on the stage, I'm in front of everybody, so I'm here, this is what I do, as opposed to staring into that flashing red light and what am I going to say, what am I going to do? And I think the way I got around it, I wouldn't say that I was scared to go on video, but what I did was like any little sort of thing that maybe you have a fear of or a phobia about, it was little bite-sized chunks. So I started off holding the iPhone, and it might be just a quick little 5 or 10 second tip, because my feeling on it is that it's not the physical process of standing in front of the camera that people are worried about. I think it possibly is that it's the end result of that video, how they look on the video, how they come across, and then for someone among their peer group to see it. As opposed to, well, if they think about it, what you were doing in front of the camera is exactly the same scenario that you're doing when you're in front presenting to people. You're presenting the message, and I always kind of feel that you have to put in the same type of preparation when you want to go in front of a video camera as you would as if you were doing it live. What are you going to talk about? Do you want to present the video in a way of, okay, so you have this problem, or you have these problems, or would you like to see how you can use this new service or product, or whatever it might be? Because I think if you do go into a video blind without any sort of prep, or some people I know use scripts. Now I tend not to use a script, I just kind of let it roll. But if you need a script, that's great. But I think it's once again it's back to when we were talking about, where do I see video in 2022? I love that kind of that authenticity. Like, I've made videos and maybe the dog has jumped up behind me, or I've sneezed, and rather than me cutting the video, I'll kind of go, excuse me, let's carry on. Because I feel that then people kind of realize, this is good, this guy's been natural. And I'll give you an interesting example. Now, it's a slightly different medium, it was on podcasting, but I listened to this social media influencer on a podcast, a very good podcaster, very polished, lovely speaking voice. And she said, guys, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to give you some feedback here. I asked my audience, how did they like the first couple of episodes of my podcast? And she said, one comment came back that struck me. She said, we wish you weren't so polished. Leave in the mistakes. When you cough, when you mess up saying a word, will you leave them in? And she said, that was interesting, because here am I trying to be so polished, a professional, because I thought that's what my audience wanted, when actually, in order for them to identify with me and have rapport with me, they want me to see me mess up. Because in real life, we do mess up. And I think sometimes, you just like, I have a very good friend of mine who is petrified to go on video, but she's starting to, bit by bit, did a small static video. And I said to her, listen, showcase your personality, because the people who know you, how you behave, that will come through on the video, that natural. Because I guarantee you, everybody else who's watching your video are scared too, but they'll get hope from what they see you. So